Bears fan. All right, y'all. It's so great to be here. It really is. I haven't done comedy in a while, so I'm giving myself some structure, which is I'm going to read some questions for me. So let's see what I pulled. Okay, so this is from Martha, from Martha's Vineyard. And she says, Zaza, you're obviously very Jewish. Okay, Martha. So what's the deal with moils? Like, I want to know. And thank you for your question, Martha. A little weird you commented on my Judaism. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, for those who don't know, moils are the profession, the vocation in the Jewish community for the people who do the circumcisions. So they're the person who, after a baby is born, they lurk for 8 days and then pop out, feed the baby some wine, and chop off the end of its dick, right? Just a professional dick chopper. And that's a baby dick exclusively. And it's weird because, like, that was already a little awkward, but now there's going to be like a new generation of moils. Like, there was always some old guy who did that, right? But now, like, someone like I, went to Hebrew school with or knew in high school. Yeah, like probably Jared, I'm guessing, like will be the guy who just chops all of our friends' baby dicks. It's gonna be someone. Who's gonna pick up the mantle? It's a great question. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Martha, all the way from Martha's Vineyard. All right, next. Okay, it's a picture of a bagel. Zaza. This is from Babadook, coming from North Carolina. Babadook says, Zaza, what's in a name? What's in a name, Zaza? So poetic, this Babadook, right? Well, it's a good question, and maybe Babadook knows I've changed my name a lot recently, so it's something I think about. Like a year ago, I was going by Zach, which was my given name. Then I was Z for a little while, and now I'm Zaza, and I'm really digging that. And our names reveal things about ourselves. And I think what we name our kids reveals a lot about like who we are as a culture. And I've been thinking about this one nickname for a while, and I looked it up. There's 13,000 people who've had this nickname in our country. And that nickname is Dick. That nickname is Dick. There was just a whole generation of people who said, anyone named Richard, we're just gonna say Dick, just all the time. We're gonna say, Dick, you're late for school. Dick, come downstairs. Your sister's waiting. You gotta mow the lawn, Dick. Oh, little Dick, did you get a boo-boo? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Dick, would you stop coming on my tummy so much, Dick? Well, that was, I don't know. Yeah, so Dick, and all right, I found it. Say Dick a lot, great. And I think about why we did that, and I think it's because we don't get to talk about dicks as much as we really want to, right?
The question is, how much dick does everybody get?
That's such a great question, sir. Thank you. Yes. How much dick does everyone get? Do they get their dick needs met? It's such an important question of our times. Thank you. Yeah, and so I think it's because, we're kind of repressed sexually as a culture. We don't all express ourselves as much as we want to, and I think particularly that generation of men, they just wanted to say dick a lot, And I hear an implied question in this, Babadook, really thoughtful question, which is this a feminist issue? Is why just dick? Going around the third grade classroom, Susie, Calvin, Dick. Why not clit? Why isn't clit just a nickname for everyone named Michelle? Why didn't we just say, we just have clit Obama? Why can't we have that? Michelle Obama, clit Obama? I think that would change things. I think it would make it more acceptable. I think we would think about clits more often. That's all I'm saying. We should. We should. I'm with you. Start the movement. Clit Biden. Right, Clit Biden for Congress.
Michelle Obama and Dick.
Here's what I really want to know, and this is what the people have been asking. Where is Clit Biden's laptop? That's what I want to know. Clit Biden. Clit Biden. All right, we're going to move on from that. Thanks for being on the ride with me, everyone. Can you just give it up for yourselves really quick for coming out to a comedy show? Yes, I know football, but also y'all are coming around. I love that. Right, so there's a third kind of piece to this question that Babadook is asking. I'm sure you all are hearing it too, which is, Zaza, you say you're all about body positivity, right? All the parts of the body are so important. We gotta love it all. And so, why just dicks and clits? Is that really fair to all the other body parts? And I do think, like as I reflect upon it, hardly ever do I acknowledge my rectum. Hardly ever. I think as a culture, we barely ever mention rectums. They're a part of our bodies too. And I just think that if we decided, and I'm not saying I'm part of this collective agreement, but if people wanted to, they could all get together and say, you know what, for this next generation, a lot of millennials like me starting to have kids, we're just gonna name a whole bunch of our kids, say 10%, just rectum for first name. Just rectum.
They act like assholes.
They act like assholes. They act like assholes. Let's go. Fucking rectum. Yeah, he would totally be a bully, right? Yeah, I'm fucking rectum. Anyway.
Don't worry about this guy who's standing with his rectum. That's okay.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Rectum. And, you know, I'm not saying that I want to name my firstborn child rectum. I'm not saying that that's my role to play in the movement. But I am saying that it's about time we talked about rectum representation. You know, somebody had to say it. And I think it's about time. Hashtag rectum representation.
I think we should look behind us.
It matters. It matters.
Rectum dysfunction.
And again, I'm not saying that I'm going to be the one to do this. I'm not even saying that you should. I am just saying that it is about time that we move to another joke. I think we should transition. Yeah, that's what I think. Because this joke, this concept is starting to feel worn out. You know, like just a ragged, sore, lackadaisical rectum, just worn the fuck out.
What joke?
Like another butt joke. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, you guys are being fucking awesome. Let's see, I had one more. Okay, last question. This one. This one is from God. Someone pretty audacious to sign it, God. God asks, and I'm like queer, if that wasn't already really apparent. So, Zaza, when did you start feeling more comfortable, like yourself, in queer bars and queer spaces? More so than straight spaces? Because I passed for a long time. For me, I would say around 21. Before that, I was like in a frat. I was like doing the whole thing. There's a joke in there, I promise. It's coming. It's percolating. So it's funny for me when I go to straight bars now, and I was at a concert in Berkeley, and after the concert, some of my friends, new friends, invited me to a bar, and I walked in, and I just kind of got a landscape of like, you know, a lot of like short buzz cuts and some boat shoes and kind of stiff button up, that vibe, you know, and you know, so I'm walking in, and you know, I get a little visceral reaction. The hairs on my skin get stiff like their collars of their shirts, and there was so much more joking here, but I'm forgetting it. So my friends, you know, that we go into the Main room, I follow them into the main room. There's a little bottleneck by the bar, and then a back room. My friends go into the back room, and I get the fuck out of that bar. And I walk home, you know, because I'm wearing a skirt. I'm wearing a skirt, you know, and I just don't want to. I remember recess, you know, I had a floral vest on. Floral patterns didn't go over well with the boys, so, you know, I just kind of wanted out. And it was funny because it just happened really immediately. My body just took over, said, okay, we're out of here. And I left the bar, and I walked to my car, and I got in my car, and I drove home. And it was all at the same pace. And I actually looked it up on an app, and it was at the speed of homophobia. That was exactly how fast I went. Just at the speed of homophobia. It's great. I think... Oh, I got one last piece here. So as I was saying earlier, you know, I'm kind of a late in life queer. I was really passing as straight for a really long time, and still I'm like, I don't know, mask. And I feel like I kind of like went to straight school, you know, and being like a middle school boy in 2000, aka the Millennium, second Will Smith reference tonight. Okay. You know, it was kind of like being at like a military academy where you like get off the bus and you get in line and start marching, and they're just saying straight, 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 straight. And thankfully there's no turns, so the whole campus, you just... Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, I learned how to step in line. And it's interesting because I feel like even the adults around me felt like they were doing me a huge favor by kind of putting me through this like straight academy. And I even remember, and I'll close on this, my great-grandfather at my bar mitzvah comes over to me and says, "You're a man now, Zachary. You can follow the lineage of the men in our family, be a winner, go straight to the top, like a fist through a pussy. Like a Big Mac truck, right in this little garage." He was a big Cardigan B fan, my great-grandpappy. All right, everyone, thank you for everything. Woo!
One more time for Zaza, guys, from all the way from Oakland.